whites at the bar. All these wines have so much character and they're so unique that as a judge, what we're trying to do is decide not only what do we like, but what is it that we expect for what we're tasting. So if I'm tasting Pinot Gris, I want it to be neutral and clean and pretty and refreshing. I don't want it to be super tart. I don't want it to be sweet. Doesn't mean that it's bad if it's that way. It's just that there's certain things you kind of expect to have certain kinds of character for what they are. So as a judge, we have to kind of remove part of our opinion and kind of look at it more of not just what do I want, but what do other people expect. So as you try these wines, imagine that you were a judge and you had to decide what you think of these wines. Job opening. Opa! Somebody's got to say opa. All right, so having said that, the other reason that we're doing this, not only because all this great wine was open and we decided to kind of take advantage of this opportunity to let you do what the judges do in a much more casual situation, but secondly, Jack is doing a little bit of a launch of his new social media platform called Legacy. And Legacy is all about the character of wine. Character of people, I'm sorry. So if you look at LinkedIn and you kind of say, hey, this person is somebody that I endorse or whatever, it's kind of a business version of a social media thing. I'm not exactly sure. He'll tell you in just a moment what he would say. But what we're essentially trying to do is play with that concept of, instead of giving people characteristics tonight, we're giving wine characteristics. So over here on the wall, we have a very simple, rudimentary, low-tech concept of how to give character traits to these wines. So let's say that you were tasting this wine and you thought this wine is really a monster. You would write down, it's a beast or it's a monster. And then if it's not in one of those categories, you just stick it outside of that category because it doesn't have its normal category. So we came up with just some fun, playful categories tonight. Happy, mad, simple, sassy, mischievous, creative, aggressive, and powerful. Now, of course, you're not going to remember all those, but should you think, I like this wine, what category would I put that in? Boom, and then stick it in there. And at the end, we'll kind of tally some of this up. And those of you that were here, we'll send you an email with the top vote getters for sassy and the top vote getters for powerful, and we'll have fun with it. But for the most part, the idea is to think about the character of the wine. Not just whether I like it or not, but what is it like? Is it smooth and sexy and silky? Or is it rough and kind of abrasive and harsh? Or is it somewhere in between? It's a nice balance. So not just, ooh, I like it, or no, I don't. So you want to think about its character. We have a lot of wine to try here tonight, and even if you just tried 1 ounce of one table, you're in trouble. So please don't waste wine, but don't drink everything that's in your glass. If there's something that you don't like its character, say, I'm sorry, I'm going to leave you aside, and I'm going to start over and try something else, because there's a lot to try tonight. When we tasted for the last 2 days, we sip and spit, sip and spit, sip and spit, because we had to try like 400 wines. You could not swallow 1 ounce of 400 wines or you'd be in the hospital, right? So be careful tonight. Please be responsible and don't overdo it because there's way too much here, especially where there is. And as you can tell, it was free. So that's because we're Seattle Uncorked and most things we charge for. So it's nice to be able to do something tonight that we're not charging for. I hope you enjoy it and you'll do some more of our stuff. We have a big event coming up that's going to be in a couple weeks at the zoo called Tasting Flight at the Zoo. So there's some postcards on the table. Grab one of those before you leave. If you're interested in renting the space, Melinda and I are here. Melinda's got the bushy red hair. Where are you, Melinda? Back in the weird varietal category. So go talk to her if you're interested in her cards at the door. Jack, would you tell us everybody really quick about what we're doing, and then we're going to get back to tasting.
Okay, real quick, everybody. Legacy is the best of your social media in one place. Your best posts, your best tweets, your best photos, your best videos, and your best character traits. So it is kind of thematic that we're here tonight tasting from some of the best of the Pacific Northwest, which Dave has already said what that's about with the wines. So we're tasting for the best of things. And the character traits are being applied the way that we would character traits to people. So you are, your online presence is a symbol of who you are online. So what we're doing with Legacy is giving you a place to put the highlight reel of your digital self. And what we're doing with the wines tonight is testing a piece of that, which is the character trait endorsing part. And we're seeing how it's going to apply to wine. So thank you guys very much for working with us and playing around with the board. And it's a really big help for us to see just what we can do with that piece. So thank you very much for that. And while I'm thanking, I want to say thank you very much to David for availing this space and this wonderful arrangement of wines. This is all his doing. So if you would give David a fantastic opportunity for us to taste some really good wines. And it was a very serious, I came in today as they were tasting. It's a very serious thing, and we're getting to play with that. So please enjoy, and also Butler Limousine Service, another best of Butler Limousine Service. Thank you very much for our sponsor, Butler.